Hey, what's up everybody? It's KingPetras. Just gonna throw out a video of my Anub'arak build that I like to share with you guys, and hopefully you guys can learn something. If you have any questions about it, just let me know in the comments. Anub'arak's pretty tanky. The way I build him though, it's more of a damage build. I kind of classify him as a tanky Zeratul. So he can deal just as much damage overall, not as much in burst, but in sustained damage. And hopefully we will get into a match here quickly. Alright, looks like we have a team of a healer, 2 assassins, and a specialist. Not bad. It's pretty fair even out on Dragonshire. Now I recently hit rank 1, and I found out that the recording that Heroes of the Storm does is actually like a replay of the whole game itself and not just of you. So unfortunately I can't share that with you guys, but hopefully this game goes just as well, and I'm going to be using the same build and I will explain it as I level up. And hopefully we win, because having a defeat on the first video would probably be pretty bad. But you can't win them all. I say as long as you win at least half, you're probably better than 90% of the people out there. Alright, coming in, we look, the other team has Jaina, Nova, ETC, Rhaegar, and Abathur. So their team's going to be pretty squishy. ETC can get in the way and cause some crowd control, but overall, we're going to have the majority. Dragonshire is pretty bad for Abathur because of the 2 shrines you have to capture. You actually have to be there. And the character itself is like a 2-hit kill, so at least we have map presence. Alright, for level 1, the Assault Scarab is okay, but you have to have your beetles out for in order to work, and you have to be next to them, and we're not going to be leveling up the beetles, so that's not very good. We're going to go with Regen Master just so we have our tankiness, and it will continue to increase throughout the game. Increased range is also not bad at extended spikes, but if you can land your spikes, it's not really needed. Just gonna deal some damage, harass a little bit, back up. I'm not in a position to kill ETC, it's really hard to kill early game.
Control them.
Nova's roaming, she went mid. You don't know Anub'arak's skills. Q goes out in the line, knocks them up and stuns them for a second while dealing damage. Our W gives us a shield. Our E shoves us underground. We go really fast in a direction, and when we pop up it deals damage and knocks people up. So a lot of CC, and all of these things have our trait which spawn a beetle, and those beetles will follow you around and deal damage. And with the most recent patch, they are a lot better. Their AI has been amped up. Nova got Brawl. He's pretty squishy, especially early game. However, they are both extremely low, and we can probably force them off of this.
A hero has abandoned.
They head back to the fountain. Heal up. Hopefully Nazebo holds them off long enough for us to recapture this. Thrall's back, so we should be fine. That is the clone. Gotta remember to keep an eye on these regeneration globes, as our level 1 regen master does scale off of how many we collect. Early game, Nova's clone does not damage you, so that is one way to tell, and usually if she pops up right next to you, it's probably not the real one. make our... No, Envenom got me.
Unleash its power.
Most Novas don't take Envenom, but in that instant it worked for her. Thankfully, early game, your death timer is extremely low, and we will not fall very far behind. Experience is relatively close, and we still have the top stride. Looks as though they will be picking up the first Dragon Knight, as we cannot get ETC off of this in time. Luckily, the first Dragon Knight is never very strong, and usually taken down before they can even get the first gate. Most objective created characters are immune to knockups and such, but the Dragon Knight, for some reason, just like the Garden Terror, is not. So you can control them for a little bit, but I do believe they have like Relentless, where everything is reduced by 50%. Now, the rest of my team, I'm not sure what they're doing. I guess we're just walking around, but the Dragon Knight has a timer too, and it just ran out, so not be losing that much. Looks like we brought Illidan down. I'm gonna try to body block, knock him up, and he is extremely tanky.
Choose a talent.
Alright, level 7. We have Eradicating Spines. I'm not sure. Deal damage around you while you cast your shield. This is extremely good because you can pop up in the middle of their team, gain your shield to block the damage that they'll be dealing you from burst, and deal area effect damage, preferably at least to 3 or 4 people if you're coming up in the middle of their team. Skipped over to level 4. We picked up the Underking. This is probably the best in my opinion because it lowers the cooldown of your burrow so you can engage more frequently or disengage if it needs to happen. And everything else there is not that great. Splash damage on basics is no good, and Legion of Beetles is acceptable, but since we are not leveling the Beetles, there are just other better talents.
This one's life must end.
It does appear that they are going to beat us to level 10 unless we do something here. Looks like Jaina pushed way too far. We were able to pick her up. And Malfurion even gave us a thank you because he's happy that we saved his life there. Yeah, Malfurion definitely cannot fight Jaina. Avifer's little beetles got nerfed big time in the last patch as well, because people were just burrowing next to the core and just destroying it. I mean, the core cannon could not even reach them. But even still, they still hurt a lot. Malfurion doesn't seem to be interested in the shrine, so let's get up here and help him out. And they're level 10, which I didn't even notice. You never want to fight the enemy team when they're level 10 before you. Their ults pretty much allow them to just wipe you for free, and in this case 2v1 us and not have a problem. Or 1v2 I should say. Avifer picked up Monstrosity, quite normal nowadays. Very good split pushing, make sure you get all the experience, and if we're in a team fight he can just continue to push a lane without worrying about any of us. Looks like they're going to be picking up, but we will burrow under and make sure that nobody is here to take the shrine. Rhaegar's trying to sneak over here, but he doesn't deal very much damage and we should be able to back him off pretty easily. Unable to chase him very well either, as his Earth Totem does slow us. missed the knockup, which we probably could have easily killed him, but we did get him off the shrine, so it looks like we're not doing too bad right now. They are pulling a bit ahead in experience. They're about half a level ahead of us. But it does seem we are getting both the shrines, so I am going to head mid to attempt to get the dragon.
For the frozen throne.
Hopefully I can make it in time. Looks like... I think I'm probably going to get it. Are we? Are we? Oh, so close. Jaina really got us there. Probably just needed about half a second, we would have been able to secure it. But now she is all by herself, and Rhaegar's here to help. Water Elemental is definitely the best ultimate for Jaina. As you can see, most teams and most other people do just ignore her, or it, while she is just hitting you with everything she has, and it continues to chill, which slows you and make her abilities all deal 50% more damage to you. So we unfortunately went down there. But it looks as though Nazeebo has the shrine covered, and we are about to reclaim top. Nice ult by Brawl, pushed him against the wall. And we're out. So you can head bot, at least soak up the experience, preferably get the second shrine so we can get ourselves a Dragon Knight. About 10 minutes in is where everything starts to matter. Every merc camp, every death has a longer cooldown time, and the objectives are a lot stronger. Captured the bottom, but it looks the enemy team got the bottom. Alright, level 13, we are going to be picking up Burning Rage, which deals damage per second in an area around your hero. As noted before, we got the damage around hero with our Hardened Carcass, or shield with W. So we'll pop up, deal the damage with the W, and continue to burn them for burning damage, Burning Rage. And your damage really just starts to rack up. I have to back up here. I cannot take bottom shrine by myself. With the tank and the healer there. Oh, good ult by Fraw. As you saw there, the Burning Rage hits her behind me when she's next to me, even if we can't see her, so it knocks her out of her cloak. Good mosh pit by ETC, but he didn't have anybody there to help capitalize on it. We are going to pop our ult here and hopefully take these guys down or force them off. And it looks like we are about to be just murdered here. Nazeebo's got me trapped. Cannot get out to help them. Jaina's still sitting above. She's kind of hanging out. We kind of backed up off the shrine, but thankfully Nazeebo was still there to hold him off. Really missed my Q there, and that really hurt us. Definitely could have killed Rhaegar if I hadn't. Illidan just kamikazed. Kind of went in and got him. Towers took him out though. I'm sure he was trying to use his evasion in order to stop it, but I don't believe evasion blocks tower hits, so he might not have considered that. And our shrine is up. Let's see if we can burrow in here and get this. Or we can just walk around. ETC will not let me. However, Fraw and Nazeebo come and they force him off. And we got the Dragon Knight. Now let's see if we can't close this gap. Now forts do slow your attack a lot with their freeze shots, so you want to have your minions there. But you also don't want to just run around and waste time with the Dragon Knight. There'll always be another one, so you want to deal as much damage as possible while you have it. Now your W It's extremely good. Look, I interrupted a mosh pit that could have caused our team to lose. And the tank's now gone, so we can all push, and all there is the squishies here. I'll explain that level in a second. And there's his ult. So we're going to take a quick timeout and have a dance party. Now the Dragon Knight, when he dies, you blow everybody around you away and deal a substantial amount of damage to give you some breathing room when you exit. Looks like we're still fighting here. They're all pretty low. Your ultimate makes you extremely tanky on Anub'arak. But it only lasts for 8 seconds, and as soon as it's up, you pretty much have to back off. Ah, destroying walls. Gets rid of vision. Your enemy team doesn't need it. Helps you out a lot. We did a good job there. We almost got to their keep. Keep's actually about 80% dead. We should try to get some merc camps.
We should capture this
For all stopping the monstrosity, as I said before. Abathur's monstrosity just lets him push without care. Level 16, I got Imposing Presence. It's extremely good for any team comp really, but especially with Nova. If she's trying to burst me down, it just slows her down by 50%. And especially if they take the armor piercing rounds, they attack maybe once every 5 seconds. Helps with Rhaegar 2 and ETC. There are other times when you could take, I would say, blood for blood, and that's if their team is like really tanky. If they're running 2 tanks, that might not be a bad choice, because then you can help your team burst them down, and it also restores some of your life. So let's back up here. Alright, we have merc camps pushing top and bot, and we're forcing them mid to try to help their teammate out. Go ahead and pop our Locust. Try to get in and get on Nova here. My Qs are excellent today. I've landed probably 1 out of 3. He is tanky, but he is not unkillable.
You have done
And my beetles are attacking the ogres, which is exactly what I want them to do. Try to interrupt them, save Malfurion here. Rhaegar and Jaina went down. Illidan did a great job on holding down ETC. He does not have any stuns or lockdowns, but his Q does slow substantially. And Malfurion used his ult to survive Jaina's. Alright, level 20 we are going to be picking up Rewind. This Locust does not make enough of a difference, especially during team fights.
as you command.
Every 3 seconds is not a big deal, because usually team fights are over within like 10 seconds, and you get 2 or 3 uses out of it. Hardened Shield is acceptable, but only if you are in dire need of a tank and are unable to stay alive at all. However, Rewind refreshes your basic abilities, and this is big on burrow charge. So you can burrow in, deal your damage, lock people down, activate your ult, hit Rewind, and get out of there, or restun, shield again, and then get out if you need to with your E. So it's just overall the best choice, I believe, for this. Or if you're chasing really hard, you can just hit Rewind again and double burrow charge. And you can go literally about 2 screens. Right, we are down Illidan here, so we are missing some damage. But the main idea here is to push with the Dragon Knight. I will pull these people off.
That keep is no
Move, and as I just said, pop Rewind. I am out of there. She cannot follow me. I do not know what Brawl is trying to do here. We were able to take down Nova. We got the mid keep. But overall, I feel that was a little reckless of him. Oh, my stun went off and interrupted his ult. That was very good. Alright, Dragon Knight's knocking ETC away. Rhaegar's extremely out of position, has to try to make his way back in. Thankfully, Illidan's up. He can deal with the monstrosity. The Abathur is pushing. It appears as our push is almost over here. Dragon Knight is going down. But usually now, they have to be on the defense, clear out the minions. We can grab some Merc camps. These people will go top, take out the fort. And we can continue to go around in a circle and hopefully claim all these Merc camps. Just keep pushing your advantage. While you have a push, you need to use that time to grab any game objectives that you can. I'll try to ping, let people know. Looks like they went and got the ogres. We don't want to fight here. Our team is split up right now, working on Merc camps across the map. So it would be better if we just continue to grab objectives. They saw us, but they appear to all be mid right now. Illidan's a great jungler late game. All Merc camps spawn a regen globe too, so that will help your regen master. Oh, it looks like we're about to fight. Jaina both has swarmed out. However, now that we know she doesn't have hers, thankfully, Malfurion's Tranquility right there just saved the whole team. Because ETC's ult does make him dance, but it does not interrupt any spells that have channeling casting time. We've got about 2 seconds before our burrow's up, but Jaina has disengaged really hard. We should be getting the Dragon Knight because 2 are down, so we can basically get it for free. One top, one bot, and then somebody grabs it in the mid. But Illidan apparently has better things to do than secure us the biggest objective in the game. Malfurion looks like he's going up to capture it. Not sure what Illidan's doing. I'll just throw out. Illy should have gotten Shrine, but pushing it forward's never bad. But when you can get a Dragon Knight and potentially end the game, it's probably not the best choice. Well, we end the game anyway, so good job, team. Out of GG.
Victory.
Alright, well, thank you everybody. We did end up winning this. I wanted to upload my win into rank 1 with Anub'arak, but I used the same build, and as you can see, we had a lot of CC, and we dealt lots of damage. This is my first video. Might be a little sloppy, but thanks for watching, and keep an eye out. I'll put a Twitch link in the bottom, and I'm going to start streaming in a couple weeks if I can. Let's take a look at our stats really quick. As you can see, Nazeebo had the most hero damage, 65,000. I'm in second place with 61,000, which was almost as much as their Nova, only off by about 1,000, and way above Illidan, which shouldn't be at all possible, really. I mean, Illidan should be damage dealer mainly. Looks like he did some siege damage, but really, hero damage is what the assassins are for, and I'm a warrior. So we brought the tankiness, and we were ending up dealing lots of damage. As you can see, I'm a little behind in XP contribution, but that's probably just because I was roaming quite a bit during that game. And I hope you guys liked it. Hope you guys learned something from a build. Hopefully you can take this with you and become a better player. Anub'arak's pretty big right now, and he's a really good warrior. Alright, thanks everybody.